You did that. Yeah, you crossed the line about 1,000 times and I did that. Yeah, I stayed a while, tried to make it right. Cigarette. No, I never smoked, but my heart is broke, explosive. Stressing for that old thing back. That initial love, all the goosebumps, those flutters in my gut, turn into disgust. What a waste of love, babe. I just wanna go back to how it was, lay in each other's arms all day. Send me gifts just because. Tell me where we went wrong. Started out as homies, ended up as lovers. How'd it get so ugly? Can't we rediscover, baby, what it was? Or let's be honest, it was just a lover. You were so romantic, we were picture perfect. So much freaking passion, why we never got it back, babe? It was just a lover. Really wish you didn't push me away. I was willing to try long as it takes. I would never say we were a mistake, but fleeting romance doesn't a lifetime make. That initial play, all the goosebumps, those flutters in my gut, turn into disgust. What a waste of love, babe. I just wanna go back to how it was, baby. Lay in each other's arms all day. Send me gifts just because it's Tuesday. Tell me where we went wrong. Started as fantasy, ended as enemies. How'd it get so ugly? Can't we rediscover, baby, what it was? Or let's be honest, it was just a lover. You were so romantic, we were picture perfect. So much freaking passion, why we never got it back, babe? If you miss me, just say that, babe. Lover, I don't deserve what you put me through, so you don't deserve one more chance. It's true, I still miss you, but I really miss that love bomb. Go back to love bomb. You hit me with that love bomb. Lay in each other's arms. Love becoming so strong. Send me so strong. It was just a love bomb. Love bomb.
Hello, storytellers. Welcome to Storytelling Tarot. My name is Jeida Story, and I am so excited that you're with me here today. We are back with Tell Me Something Good. And this one is this is like the most different one we've ever done because we're looking at Tell Me Something Good for the rest of 2024. So we're going to kind of jam a couple of months in together so that we can kind of see how we're going to end the year. And because we're doing it this way, that does mean this is the last live stream of 2024. That's right. It's the last time that we'll be here together as a fam live. So I hope that you're here. And if you are by chance watching the replay, I want you to drop me a comment that says #replay. So I know that you're still here in spirit. Now, let me see how y'all doing tonight. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? I see y'all in the comments turning up. Hey, Desiree, I'm so glad that you're here for the first time. This is a good one to come in for the first time. I love it. Can y'all hear me okay, everybody? Am I coming through loud and clear? April is right. Make sure you like the button. We have 12 people here. And I only have 8 likes. So if you could give me some more thumbs up, that would be so thumbs ups. That would be so great. My makeup is kind of like not set, but it's all right, y'all. I know y'all love me anyway. Hey, Ajani, so good to see you. So good to see you. Baby, we are live. We are live and we are ready. It's so good to see y'all. I'm glad that everything sounds good, feels good. So I did say, I've been saying on Instagram, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you are. It's at Storytelling Tarot. I've been saying on Instagram that I have a bit of an announcement, and I just got off a cute little live with the channel members. If you are a channel member, shout out to you. I see y'all in the chat with y'all's badges. Shout out to my amazing channel members who, of course, are the main reason I can keep this channel going. They support me every month, and I'm just so excited about being able to show up for all of you, but especially my channel members, because we get the key. We get to do all kinds of things when we're not front facing, you know? So I just love hanging out with y'all. Hey, Janelle, so good to see you. Happy birthday month. Love it. Hey, Belinda. So yes, we have a bit of an announcement. And so I want to go ahead and get that out of the way out front so that we can enjoy our night, because we got a night of divination and storytelling and goodness and sweetness. I just want to, before I even get into it, I want to know, how has this year been treating you? I know it's been ups and downs and chaos and wildness happening, especially in the political world, especially globally, especially with a whole bunch of celebrities doing some effed up S. It's been a year, but I really want to know personally, how's it been for you? You know, I was calling 2024 the year of compassionate self-mastery for a reason, because this was the year where we were all faced with ourselves, who we are and where we want to grow, how we want to expand into ourselves. And so I want to know, let me know how the year of compassionate self-mastery has been, because tonight we're going to look at how we're going to close it out, the good things that are going to help us close it out as we move into 2025, the year of the Hermit. And I can't wait to talk more about that. Desiree says this year has felt like 5 years. Yeah. Janelle says this year has been kicking my tail, but in mostly a good and transformative way. Okay, I love to hear that, Ashe. Okay. Yeah. Justice says, I've been focused on my healing and that mastery. Baby, if ever there was a year for mastery, it was definitely this 8 year. I'll tell you the truth. Well, I love to hear that. Keep dropping that in the chat. I want to see some more. Ooh, child, Sydney says, the Hermit is my birth card along with the moon. Ooh. Okay, so that's going to be a really powerful time for you, 2025 then. This year has been jam-packed every freaking month, dude. That's so real. Every month. That's the 8 for you, right? There's a lot of fast-moving energy, right? So, yeah, I'm so glad that y'all are here. April says this year has been a lot, but I'm a survivor. I ain't going to sing the song, but you know I thought it. That's good. Thank y'all so much for dropping in the chat. And I want to share a little bit about how it's been showing up for me, which leads me into what I wanted to talk with y'all about tonight. So around this time last year, if you've been around, if you were a storyteller this time last year when I was preparing for December, just drop me a comment in chat and let me know. If you were here when I posted, I wish I had thought to put the thumbnail like on the side up here. When I said that I was done with pick a cards. Do y'all remember that? And that was my announcement for December. If you're new here, December was a tarot twist on Vlogmas. Y'all remember that? A tarot twist on Vlogmas, which was my version of every day we did like a divination devotional, so to speak. And wow, what a time it was. I'm not gonna lie, I still get my edges dragged and pulled a little bit from those videos. It was a good time. And so I posted that video that I was done with pick a cards. And I'm not going to lie, some of y'all panicked. Some of y'all said, wait a minute now. It was very fun and funny. Thank y'all for appreciating December. It was a time. It was certainly a time. Johnny says, if it's felt like a year for building calluses, woo, all the wounds are stepping up for attention. So it's a lot. Very painful. Such a blessing. Ashe. Mm-hmm. Oh, Shanga says, December is how they found me. So amazing. What a time. Yeah. Yeah. December was such a blessing. Hey, Sarah. So good to see you. So, yeah. That's what happened last year. And so I was sitting with my spirits like, what are we doing this year, y'all? Are we doing December again? What's happening? So I had started preparing. I started getting my things together to start preparing for how we're going to finish this year of compassionate self-mastery with a bang with December. And, you know, when I got to sit down at my altar, they challenged me and said that this was not the time for that. And I said, okay. For me, y'all, this year of compassionate self-mastery has meant expanding into who I'm meant to be for the season that's approaching. And so many of you, if you've been paying attention or if you're close to me, then you may have already seen me doing a little bit of an 8 of Cups, a little bit of a pivot, changing and shifting what I do, what I talk about, how I serve people. And so for those who don't know, a huge change for me is that I have stepped into the world of personal development. And I have become, and I am still learning all the goodness of being a transformational life coach. And that work has meant so much to me. I've been coaching folks since this summer, behind the scenes, not really telling a whole lot of people. My channel members have known because we've had some keys. But I've been behind the scenes coaching folks, and I've been growing. One of the things that I told my life coach is that this year I really wanted to expand my capacity. And I was thinking about it in one way, like, oh, if I could just expand my capacity, then I can, do so much, and I can do all these different things, and I can serve all these different people. And as my capacity has expanded, it's caused me to kind of shift what I'm doing and how much I do. And so I had to get real with myself about what feels right for now. And so the announcement is I am taking a huge step back from one-on-one private readings. I am allowing myself to fully explore myself as a coach, to serve as a gentle guide in a different way for you. Where instead of going before the cards, we sit down together and we look at your life and we read your stories. And we determine which ones you want to keep and which ones you want to rewrite so that you can become your most liberated and most empowered self. And let me tell you, that work has changed my life. And I don't mean the work that I'm watching my clients do. I mean the work that I've been doing for myself. The letting go of my old people-pleasing ways. The letting go of caring about what people think about me. Those days are gone. And so I am stepping away from doing readings one-on-one because it's time. And if you know me and you know my spirits, it's not forever because I be divining down. So when talking with my spirits and what felt right for me, this is what we've decided for now. I will take one-on-one clients for readings when the spirit moves me. And I most likely will not make it public. It will be for people who have already been with me. So if you're already a part of my clientele, we've already had one-on-one time, then you'll know when my books are open. And my books are open right now. And the only reading that you can book with me now is called what I'm calling a spiritual insight session. And it's essentially my 6-month forecast, but I've broken it down to just 3 months. Because sometimes we really need to laser focus on what's coming up close. So it's for a season. So that reading is available. And if you're interested in booking it, I recommend you do it pretty soon because spots are limited. And I don't know how long they will be available. I don't foresee them moving too far into 2025. So book soon and tell everyone you know if they wanted some time with me now or in the future, this is the time to do it. And if you want to work with me on a more intimate and more regular basis, then consider booking me for a discovery call and let's see if coaching is something that's helpful for you. If something I said about my journey and how I'm shifting and changing my life, if that's something that you would like for me to walk you through, then book a discovery call and see if that is aligned for you. All of that information is in the discovery box. All the information is in the description box. So you'll be able to look at the insight reading that is available there as well as a discovery call. What does this mean for Storytelling Tarot? What does this mean? What it means is nothing's changing for Storytelling Tarot. There's no December, but I will continue to make videos. I will still be doing pick a cards as time permits. As of today, I received 2 new coaching clients, and I'm seeing my clients every week, and we are busting suds and getting our elbows dirty and getting into the work. So as long as I have the spoons and capacity, as I said, I am expanding that. As long as I have that, then I will continue to show up here on the channel. So you don't have to worry about that. It might not be every week, but I promise you it'll always be on time. All right. If y'all have any questions, y'all let me know. I'm going to go back through your comments and then we're going to get into these cards. We're going to get into these cards and figure out what's going on. Emily says December really got them through. I'm telling you, I still go back sometimes and revisit those moments. It was what y'all don't know. What y'all don't know about December is that I was getting pricked and prodded that whole time. Every message that I gave to y'all, like I was just telling, I forget who I was talking to, but if I had the raw image, I think I was talking to Brendan. If I had the raw image still, because I had so many videos, I had to delete them. But if I had the raw footage from December, like before I edited, y'all would be surprised how many times I had to stop filming because I was openly weeping. The work was working on me. And I think that that's so cool. Because if I can't benefit from the ancestors, from the spirit of this family here at Storytelling Tarot, if it doesn't happen in me, then how can I ever give y'all anything authentic? But December, for those who are saying it got them through, it got me through. It was a time. And I was over here trying to figure out, how can I still do it? How can I give a little bit? How can I, and I realized that the compassionate thing for myself is to take a step back. But that's why we have tonight, because we're going to hang out tonight and we're going to get the word tonight. So I'm super excited. Yeah. I love that y'all are like talking to each other. So I love that. Janelle says, congratulations. Congratulations in Tyree's voice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, the church doors are temporarily closing. Thank you for loving it for me. Thank y'all for allowing me to expand. Thank you for allowing me to expand. That means so much. Yeah. Ooh, Sarah, that's a good point. Maybe I should just reshare them every day. Some of these things are evergreen. A lot of them are. Yeah. So tonight, we are going to start with Aries. We're going to start at the beginning of the zodiac tonight and move on down. We're not going to do, hey Liz, so good to see you. Thank you so much. We're not going to do a poll tonight. We're just going to get into it. We're going to get into it. So what I'm going to do, I have a couple of cards. I was like, how can we do a little special? So we're going to start with Aries. So we're going to use the Dust to Onyx. It was calling me tonight, y'all. So we're going to use Dust to Onyx for their stories, for what's happening for everyone. Of course, we're going to get some ancestral messages from for the birds. And then because I'm in my life coaching, self-development, personal development bag, I also want to pull one of these cards. I forgot to drop them in the description box, but I'll do that afterwards. But this is just going to be a question for each sign to kind of be thinking about. So this is almost like your own personal December, something to be thinking about as this year closes out. So that's how we're going to run it tonight. And I hope that y'all are ready and excited like I am. All right, let's get started with Aries. Of course, y'all know, or maybe you don't know. What sign do we listen for? Let's do that. What sign do we listen for? I always say it's best to listen to your sun, moon, rising signs. If you have any stelliums in your chart, or other prominent placements, you can also listen for that sign. And if you're looking for like an ancestral message, something that's like from the ancestors to you, then I recommend that you listen to your Pluto placement. And that is something that I learned from my good friend HP. So Harmony Phoenix, who hopefully will join us at some point tonight, but if not, I always want to say their name. So those are the signs to listen for. Let me get it right now. All right, let's get started with Aries. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, tell us something real good coming towards Aries. All right, let's take it to the desk. All right. So since we're going through the end to the end of the year, for the rest of the year, let's get 4 cards. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Let me just pause for the cause. Thank you, ancestors, for bringing us this far. Thank you to the divine above, the divine around, and the divine within us, who has kept us in the midst of a world that feels like we're standing on shifting sand. Thank you. Thank you. And we ask that you show us the truth of the goodness that we can expect and be ready for the rest of this calendar year. what will carry us through into the next. And we give thanks to you. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe. Ashe. Amen. April, what you talking about? You scared for? What you scared for? Okay. All right. Aries. Tell me something good coming towards Aries for the rest of 2024. For the rest of 2024. All right. We have Mama Staff. Hold on. Yeah, okay. What's going on with Aries? Because y'all got too many cards now. Y'all had a card hiding behind one. Okay. So that's the World. Behind it was Suspension. You have Young Staff. And Papa Coin. Aries. Child. Wow. Bottom of the deck was the Lovers. Okay. Aries, that's real cool. That's real cool. Because what we're talking about happening for y'all right now, there's a huge level up. There's a huge level up. There's a huge level up that's coming for you. Like, you are finishing this year with a bang. It's interesting though, because behind the World was Suspension. It almost feels like, you know how it's like when you've worked so hard to get to a particular place in life, sometimes there is, when you reach the peak, it's like let me say it like this. You know how when you graduate and the first thing people say is, so what's your next step? What you doing now? Where you going to get a job at? Are you going to go and get another degree? The next thing. If you find a partner, well, when y'all going to get married? If you even desire that. And if you do, and you get married, well, when y'all going to start a family? Well, when y'all going to get a house? There's always that next thing, right? That sometimes people put on us and sometimes we put on ourselves. And so Aries, here, what I'm seeing for you for the rest of 2024, Spirit is saying that you are going to reach a place of elevation, a place of graduation. You are going to feel like a job well done at the end of 2024. And when you get there, pause. Take it all the way in. It's like you've reached the mountaintop and you need to just enjoy the view for a while. Because the temptation is to go from the World and immediately hop back into the Fool. Immediately go, okay, well, I got to the end of this race. Let's get to the next one. There's time for that. At the end, for the rest of 2024, I see how you have leveled up. I also see a lot of support and a lot of people around you. So I don't know if you're spending a lot of time with family, a lot of friends. For those of you who work for yourself, this might be clients and people coming around you, right? People wanting to buy your products or buy your services. For people who work for others, this might be people coming around you and really just celebrating like, oh, you've done a great job. Getting good reviews at the end of the year. Getting some type of promotion, some type of elevation, some type of a momentous occasion is coming here. And Spirit is saying when that happens, when that thing occurs, take it in. And really celebrate it. For a lot of you, yes, it is regarding work. Because we have Papa Coin and we have Mama Staff. Mama Staff is big boss, Queen of Wands, big boss energy, fire energy, perfect for Aries, right? Papa Coin is a teacher or a mentor. someone who has more resources, who's ready to give you something. It's almost like the divine is like hooking you up with something extra at the end of this year, Aries. So you may find that you are receiving favors, receiving advice, guidance for you to get to that last step. Yeah. Take it in, Aries. Really just breathe in the air of your newness. Because soon, yes, it will be time for the Fool's journey to start over again. You'll start at the Fool again and you'll be brand new. You'll be moving into new territory soon. Not just a new year, but for some of you, it's actually new territory. New ideas. A new level of creativity. A new job or a new position at your job. A new role altogether. There'll be time for that. Now you revel in the majesty that is you. Now you celebrate your accomplishments. And share some of this with people you love. You get to choose who's in the front seat of the auditorium where you are on the stage being celebrated. You get to choose who you want to give your VIP seats to. So be mindful of that as you move through the rest of this year. I would say lean into some type of adventure, something daring. If something feels like it's like too small, go bigger. As you close out this year, go bigger. That's what that Knight of Wands would do. Go bigger. Shoot for the stars. That's where you're supposed to be. Oh, I love that for y'all. I love that. I love that for y'all. Let's get an ancestral message, and then we'll go ahead and see what your special question is for you to be thinking about. Let's take it back to the desk. All right, what do the ancestors have to say to the Aries placements? What do the ancestors have to say? I'm already hearing don't rush. So I don't know if that is regarding what I've already said or if there's something else, but you don't need to rush. What's happening now, what's coming in for you over the next 2 months, Aries, is ordained, meaning that it was already written. It's been waiting on you to get there. So you don't have to rush or feel like you're going to miss out. It's actually waiting on you. Okay. You have resilience, immune to poison, and crow spirit. You can no longer ignore your calling. Aries, it's time now. It's time now. Like I said, you're about to step back into the Fool, the energy of the Fool. Infinite possibilities very soon. Just pause here. Because you're calling what it is that your ancestors want for you. What it is that you want for yourself. Like I said, it's been waiting for you the whole time. You don't have to you don't have to be concerned about timing of things now. You don't. So many resources are being made available for you, to you now. And I'm trying to spread the cards, but they keep sliding. What's the card? What's the message? What's the question for Aries? What enchants me? Delight. I love that for you, Aries. What enchants you? What delights you? It really feels like the energy of that Knight of Wands. What is calling to me? What turns me on? What makes me laugh? What gives me joy? Spirit says, lean into that. And if you don't know the answer just yet, that's fine. Your work is to find the answer as you enter into 2025. All right, I hope that was helpful. Let me see what y'all said in the chat, and then we'll move on to Taurus. Oh, y'all was hype, huh? Oh, it's a lot going on. Y'all got a lot of people. Okay, Sydney. Sydney said, Jeida, I'm ready. I know that's right. Runa says, yes. Yeah, that y'all, what y'all doing? More money coming to you, Aries. As that's something I needed to say with that pop of coin. There's more money. Yeah, this is good news. Hey, Dante, so good to see you. Wow, Sydney says, I have not felt this level of excitement in so long. Thank you for this gift. I can't wait to hear about it. Ooh, I've been thinking about it's time to use my degree in social sciences. Hey, now. Yeah. I'm not crying. You are. Not the finger point. Yeah, it's time. It's time. Yeah. Before the birds cars, I always get it. Ooh, following my joy is literally the best feeling ever. That's right, Runa. How could I forget? The world is also travel. But I will say, because that, because the suspension car was behind it, I would just say there might be some delays in the travel specifically. Stop, I'm crying. Somebody cover me with a blanket like they do at church. Oh. I'm glad that that was helpful for you, Aries. All right, let's see what's coming towards you, Taurus. Let's see. What's coming towards Taurus? All right. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me something good coming towards Taurus for the rest of 2024. And this one right on top, if I can get it. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. Things coming into your awareness, understanding, things clicking, being able to see the unseen, being able to hear the undetectable, right? That is what's available for you. Let me actually take it back to the deck so you can see the other cards first, then we'll talk. We have the Tower, something coming in fast. We have Justice. Ooh. We have the Six of Coins. Oh, okay. And we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. Ooh. Taurus. There's something that the divine is doing for you. And it's like, what I'm hearing, this might sound dramatic, but go with me, y'all. This might sound dramatic, but it's going to shock the world. Taurus. What is about to happen in your life is going to shock the world. Even if it's not the world on a large scale, your world It's going to shock, like the people around you, they're going to feel the effects of what's happening. Because if you have dealt with any unfair treatment, if you've been dealing with any like haters and opposition, if you've been like, all of that is being taken care of, not only behind the scenes, but out front where it can be seen and known by other people. There's exposure that's happening here. People really about to be like, tripping on you a little bit. Because they are going to be seeing the effects of your influence. It's really giving double for your trouble. Double for your trouble. Yeah. Double for your trouble. The scales are finally being balanced for you on your behalf. And the things that used to have you all the way messed up, the people that used to have you all the way messed up for the rest of 2024, like you are going to have such acute awareness of what is going on. You're not going to fall in those traps anymore. Spirit is going to show you exactly where to go. So even as the towers fall, you can see in the dark because the divine made it so that you could understand the plots and devices and things that usually used to throw you off, to have you all messed up in the head, all discontent in the spirit, all down in your, down emotionally. You're going to understand exactly what's going on now. And something feels like here, I don't know, like you really have like this energy of like vindication of the divine standing up for you, Taurus. Whew. You might have people apologizing to you in the rest of this 2024, the rest of this year. You may have people coming back and be like, yeah, you know what? I was wrong. You're going to have like the energy is like, it's so strong of like protective warrior people who might have like was about to mess with you or was about to say something wrong about you or was about to like start something. They're going to change their mind. They're going to be like, they won't even know why they can't speak on you. They won't even know why. Because the stuff like, because you've been in despair. Hello? 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. But that 6 of Coins is like you getting yours back. Everything you invested, you get your return in the rest of this year. So if you've been feeling, Taurus, overlooked, if you've been feeling abandoned, if you've been feeling alone and in despair because of how you've been treated, because of how people have done you. I try not to do a whole lot about what people do to you, but that's kind of the energy of this spread right now. It's going to change like that. You're not even going to have to say anything. People are going to see their own errors in their ways. People are going to be like warming up to you. Okay, let me work this out with you. People see your value now. For some of y'all, it's going to be literal. Like people who owe you money going to be like, I know last year you hooked me up. Here's $20. Here that $20 back. You probably not even going to remember. People going to come back to you and be like, you remember that time? You know what's also going to happen, Taurus? The things that you did in the past, like all those seeds, you're going to see harvest in the rest of this year. So people are going to be giving you testimonials. Oh, you remember that time you prayed for me? I forgot to tell you that thing came to pass. Oh, you remember that time that you did so-and-so for me? Let me tell you how that worked out. You remember that time you stayed at work late? Let me do something for you now. All of the things are like, you're going to just like the tower here is like a bombardment of, thank you, Spirit. It's a collapsing of all the things that you made, the things that people did to you that you made mean that you were silly, I'm going to use some words that I know that usually are triggering, but I'm using them with intention. So, excuse me. But the things that people did to you that made you feel silly, stupid, crazy, and I know that those words are ableist, I'm using them for a reason. Because for some of you, that is how you felt. The Nine of Swords is like, I feel like I'm out of my mind. Spirit is saying, yeah, the stories that you created based off of how other people treated you, based off the way other things were happening, those are the things that are crashing down and collapsing. Because justice says, let's tell the truth now. Let's tell the truth now. Ooh-wee. Taurus. Let's see what the ancestral messages are for you, Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages for Taurus? And Taurus, when the divine shows you in your dreams stuff that's going on, stuff that's happening, trust it. It might be like, that's heinous. Trust it. No, they didn't say that. That's not the person doing. Trust it. They are showing you things that would otherwise not be detectable. And you are going to have to trust your intuition and know what it is that the divine is saying to you. Spirit is giving you codes, is what I'm hearing. It might not even be on the nose, right? The things that are going to be shown to you in your spirit, the things that you're going to be downloading, these are codes. And Spirit, oh yeah, okay. Spirit is wanting to teach you a new way of communicating. And so the way that what I am intuiting that Spirit is going to do this is by speaking to you differently. And it's not going to be like some stuff you can Google. It's not going to be some stuff that you go to a diviner for, or go like, not to say you can't do those things, but the thing is, Spirit is like trying to mature you in a different way, to hear them in a particular way. And so it's some of the things are embedded and coded for a reason. So learn the language. That's the High Priestess. Whew. Okay. Now let's see what the ancestral messages are. Let's see. Thank you. What do the ancestors have for Taurus placements? What do the ancestors have for the rest of 2024? What do they need to know? We have Marketplace, going to find opportunities and cleanse, purify the what? Mind, body, and spirit. That is going to be so important. That is so important. Purging, Taurus. Purging. Remember I said the things collapsing? When all the stories that you built up in your mind about who you thought you were based on how you were being treated or how you were not being treated, all those things, what you thought that people were thinking about you, or what you thought something meant about you based on how you were perceiving it, the filter that you were seeing it through, Spirit says cleanse it off. Purify your mind, Nine of Swords. Purify your body, Six of Coins. Purify your spirit, High Priestess. Cleanse. Why, baby? Because you're going to find opportunities. You got some place to be. You got somewhere to go. And that's why Spirit wants you to do this work now. And by now, I mean in the next 2 months. All right. Now let's see what your question is. The question for you to hold for yourself for the rest, or think about for the rest of this year. What's your personal work? You have remember. What eternal knowing can I access in human form? What eternal knowing can I access in human form? Remember. Didn't I say the stories are going to collapse? Because you have to remember. Isn't that what Mufasa said to Simba? Remember. Or maybe it was Rafiki. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. I hope this was so helpful for you. So helpful. All right. So let's see what y'all saying in the comments. And then we're going to move on to Gemini. Because I saw the chat at the corner of my eye. So I know that I know y'all were talking, but I couldn't catch it all. Couldn't catch it. Oh. I'm glad your spirit is fed. Yeah, Shanga. Rock the world. Rocking the world. Oh, Sydney's crying. Hey, HP. You came in right on time, friend. I'm so glad I said your name earlier. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, y'all was tearing it up tonight. I told y'all. This, if this is our last live stream for the year, we going out with a bang. Ooh. Yeah. HP, wow, I needed this. Yeah, it's harvest time. Get your stuff. Come on, God. Yeah. Somebody hand Sydney a tissue. Trying to get on the screen. Somebody give Sydney a tissue. And somebody give HP some glue for the edges to put them back. Yeah. I knew I had to use those words specifically because those were the words that I was hearing. Those were the words. Woo. Yeah. Ooh, your part of fortunes in Taurus. This was a resound. A lot of fortune. Yeah. Sydney says the dreams I've been dreaming, and man, that's been hard to process, but necessary. No, those are codes they're giving you. And you know the cool thing about codes, they can be cheat codes too. Cheat codes. Y'all remember playing The Sims and putting in what was the code to get all that money? Wow, I can't believe I just left my mind. Y'all remember the code that you could put in to get, it's a cheat code. And you put it in and you just get all this money. But I remember I used to just put it in. I would just put the same code in. That's what's happening, Taurus, in your dreams. Spirit's giving you cheat codes. And you have to decipher what it is and where to apply them. Hey, Imani. Not you got ate up in the first 30 seconds. I'm sorry. Normally I like to be gentle, but hey. Sarah's throwing phones. Oh, I love this. Just singing karaoke. Can you feel the love tonight? Synchronicities. We love it. Yes, in Mufasa's voice. Remember. Woo. Ashe. Oh, that's a good one, Sarah. Sarah says, I think of Angela Bassett's character screaming at T'Challa, remember who you are. Yes. Oh, yes. I guess I did call you into the room. Jeida, I hope this was helpful. Me sobbing. I know I gotta, yeah. There was I cannot remember the code. That's gonna bother me. It was something like jackpot. It was something like that. But I hope that was, well, I'm sorry. I'm glad that was helpful. We're going to get on with Gemini. Any gems in the house? Where the gems at? Where the gems at? Show thyself. I know y'all are here somewhere. Yes, thank y'all for giving Sydney some tissues. All right. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me something good coming towards Gemini for the rest of 2024. Gemini, you have the 5 of Blades. Ooh, you are coming in hot. Coming in hot. We have this with temptation, the world, or the universe. Papa's staff, King of Wands, and 8 of Coins. Oh, Gemini. So your 5 of Swords is absolutely what I like to liken it to, which is I always think of our sweet and powerful ancestor Malcolm X, when he said that we, by any means necessary. So what are you doing, Gemini, for the rest of this year with that mantra, with that in mind, by any means necessary? Where are you practicing mastery for the rest of this year? This is a creative time for you. You are not only showing up on the world stage with the world being present, you are not only finishing and completing something masterful, you're doing it. It almost feels like it's your life, Gemini. It almost feels like your life. You are like crafting and molding this life for yourself. And I don't know if it's like you're master planning. I don't know. You have your head down with the 8 of Coins because you are literally chiseling away the life that you want for yourself. There's a story that we share a lot in the personal development world that I love, and I'm going to mess up all the details, but essentially, as the story goes, what happened is that there were these monks who were being attacked. Interesting that we have the 5 of Swords here, right? They were being attacked, bombarded, right, by the opposition. And they knew that they were facing imminent death. And so they wanted to protect their Buddha. And so they wanted to make sure that no one could get to their prized deity, their prized jewel, something that was so valuable to them. And as the story goes, many, many years later, there were people who were digging, archaeologists of some sort, and they found this clay-covered Buddha. And they were like, that's interesting. That's kind of curious. Why would there be this statue here covered in clay? And as they started to kind of dust it off and clean it off, they noticed that there was something shining from the outside, or the inside rather. And as they start to wipe some more off, clean more off, they realized that it wasn't a clay statue. It was a Buddha made of gold, covered in clay. Because all those years ago, those monks covered their prized possession with clay so that others might think this isn't worth anything. So they would leave it alone. They wouldn't harm it. They wouldn't destroy something that was so wonderful, so precious to them. And so, one thing we talk about in the personal development world is that's what happens in our lives. That things happen to us, we get hurt, we're harmed, something happens. And we start to put clay on ourselves to cover up our gold so that no one can hurt us. So that maybe they'll think I'm not that special and they'll leave me alone. They won't, if they can't see me, they can't hurt me. If they don't hear my voice, then they won't criticize it. Whew. Gemini, it seems like you are doing some cleaning work for the rest of this year. That you are dusting yourself off, that you are clearing the clay. It seems like you're trying to get to your golden Buddha. And what's so cool is that it is unleashing creativity in you or from out of you. I think that your creativity will even surprise you at how effortlessly words flow, at how effortlessly art flows, at how effortlessly ideas come. You're going to surprise yourself, Gemini. You have temptation. That's the devil card. There's something that I'm being shown, and I'm trying to make sure that I see it correctly before I speak. So this is the way that I just saw it. So it's like the devil. We know, if those are familiar with the tarot, you know that the devil precedes the tower, right? You chilling with the devil, and the next card in the major arcana is the tower. It's disruption. It's a shakeup. It's all of that. What's powerful for you, Gemini, is that that's not the way the story is going to go for you for the rest of this year. And I think that, healing has its ups and downs. Getting to the golden Buddha is not easy. But there's some type of assistance. There's some type of acceleration where you're kind of skipping the hard parts. And it's not that you're like, you have like this like all access pass that like nobody else has per se. It's not like you're skipping the work. It's that you've done a lot on the front end. And so now that you've reached this, I feel like this whole time, Gemini, you've really been taking it to heart to work on yourself this year. You really have been putting in that work all year. Don't let people play in your face about how Gemini is two-faced and wishy-washy and doing that. Those are stereotypes to me. Gemini, you've been putting in that work. And so you are at this place, if we could think of this as like a video game, you are at the place where you're at the big bad that is the devil card. Where you are facing yourself, where you are facing your addictions, where you are facing the things that have like held you back, the things that have been like real comfortable and seductive. You are facing those things for the rest of this year, and you're freeing yourself this time. But I think that sometimes it feels like, and maybe this is because this is how it's been for you, Gemini, you may have been feeling as you've been doing this work this year, that every time you have a win, it's like, you can relax. As soon as you think you can relax, it's like, nope, here comes another test. And you're just like, I thought I just beat that. I thought I healed that. I thought I was done. And another one comes. So for the rest of the year, this is what Spirit is saying. You're at that stage now where you're going to be tested again. You're going to be tested again. And Gemini, you've been showing up for the fight. And so just when you think, okay, when I get done with this, I'm going to go in and get my stuff ready because I know it's another fight as soon as I finish. As soon as I walk out of the door, as soon as I walk out of the devil's den, as soon as I walk out of hell, there's another pit for me to fall in, right? Spirit says, not this time, baby. Spirit said, not this time. Not this time. Gemini, when you walk out of hell this time, when that door swings open and there's hellfire and weeping and gnashing of teeth of all of the parts of you, the lies that you used to believe about yourself, about your life, about your future, they're being incinerated as you walk out of hell. And as you walk forward into that dark corridor, probably look not trusting what's happening around the corner. But baby, when you walk out, you don't know that you're walking out onto a stage. Imagine yourself walking onto a dark stage and here comes the spotlight. And it's on you. And you look around and people are applauding. And they're cheering. And they're excited. And you're wondering, who's this for? Gemini, it's for you. And who is cheering? You look in the crowd, it's your ancestors and your spirit guides. They're on their feet now. In the front, there's little you. There's baby you crawling around. And they get on their seat and they're clapping too. And then there's teenage you who's like, we did that shit. And then there's yester you who didn't know it could happen. And they're applauding too. Whew. And then up in the stands, up in the balcony, future you. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, all applauding you, Gemini. Whew. You thought you were walking into a trap and you were walking into a party because you've been doing the work. You show up as the King of Wands. You getting a badge now. You getting a sash now. You getting your crown now. That 5 of Swords was your perseverance. By any means necessary. You determined, I'm going to be different by any means necessary. I'm going to change by any means necessary. My life is not going to always look like this by any means necessary. And so the rest of this year is you fighting this one last battle so you can get to the praise. And my commission for you, Gemini, is not to wait. As you are moving through difficulty in these next 2 months, I want you to already put yourself in that stage. I want you to already see your ancestors and your guides and yourselves celebrating. That's how you're going to make it through this next test. Whew. Whew. Let's see what the ancestors have to say. All right. Oh, well, these wanted to be seen. So you have ancient ancestors unlocking the sacred history of your people and strength, the power to build what you desire. Ain't that what I've been talking about this whole time? The power to build what you desire. It's yours. Can you see it? So you can step into it. And I love this here about the ancient ancestors, as I just took you almost through a visualization of all the versions of you and your ancestors and your guides being there. Ancient ancestors, you already carry ancient wisdom. Ashe. Let's see what you should be ruminating on. What's the question that you should have in your mind, on your heart, on your heart as you go through the rest of this year, Gemini. What's the question? What's the question? What's the question? This one here. Am I honoring my knowing? Trust. Am I honoring my knowing? And I want to ask, instead of it being a yes or no question for you, Gemini, ask yourself, how am I honoring my knowing? This is your question to answer and recall and to ruminate on for the rest of this year. How am I honoring my knowing? How am I rebuilding trust with myself and myself? Ooh. Wow, Gemini. That's powerful stuff. All right, y'all. I was about to say it. I hope it was helpful. I trust that it was helpful. We're gonna move on to Cancer. Y'all all right in the chat? Let's see. I'm gonna move on to Cancer, but I want to see what y'all say in the chat. Chinyere, hi, love. At a loss for words. Ashe. Yeah, put some respect on Gemini. Gemini been working. Come through, says Runa. Yes, Runa says, I'm going to live for this. 50 years from now, I will be 107 by any means necessary. I know that's right. Yes. Makes me feel like the work I've put in is paying off. You know, that's exactly what the message is of the 8 of Coins. The work you put in, you're going to see that payoff. You've been focused. Yes, Shanga. We did it. All of us. Yeah. Sydney says, ooh, back to crying again. Everybody give Sydney a tissue. Yes. It has felt like a boss match lately. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Imani says all year. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I felt. Gemini, it's about to get real good. My makeup is not on tonight, but it's okay. I'm gonna let it be. Honoring my knowing, rebuilding trust. Yes, trust. It was helpful. Ashe. All right, y'all. Let's move on to Cancer. I can always tell when I get to like a water sign because I be wanting water all of a sudden. Oh, thank you, Sydney. Thank you. I feel pretty tonight. All right. Let's go. Let's see what's coming towards Cancer, huh? Give one more shuffle, then we're going to go. Let's get into Cancer. Tell me something good coming towards Cancer for the rest of 2024. I'm hearing that the whining song, ain't no need to worry what the night is gonna bring. It'll be all over in the morning. That's what I heard. It'll be all over in the morning. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Gourds or the 6 of Cups. I love this already. All right. What we got? We have the Lovers. We have Strength. We have the 7 of Coins. And we have Mama's Staff. Such a sweetness that just kind of floated down for you, Cancer. Just a sweetness. I actually really feel the energy of the mothers. And I don't know if it has anything to do with Cancer, the sign of Cancer, but I really feel like the energy of the mothers present. The first good thing that I sense and I'm excited about is like real emotional like connection with people. Like, you know how when you are with people who feel like you're people, like they get you. You don't even have to say a whole lot. They just get you. There's something really sweet about that. It almost feels like with the Six of Gourds, like a reunion of some sort or a reconnection. And it's not only with people, it could be a person, place, or a thing, but there's something here about just like reconnecting with It's really hard to find the words. It's just it's a feeling that I have. I wish I could find a way to describe it. But it's like Cancer, it feels like you're going to come into a place of belonging where you feel like you belong. So I don't know if you've been searching for like home, like a physical home, or like home in people, home in relationships. Or if you've been maybe even feeling disconnected from yourself and from your own body. There's a reconnection that's happening for you over the next 2 months, the rest of this year. And it's like it's almost like I just like imagined like someone like I don't know. I just saw like someone just like rocking and holding themselves, but it's just like I don't know. There's just a real sweetness on this particular sign, Cancer. And perhaps that's what you need. Maybe things have been bitter for you. But there's just a sweetness and there's like a serenity. Even my energy has kind of shifted. It just feels very soft and very maternal, just very safe. And so if you've been desiring that, that's what's available. It literally feels like a weighted blanket. It just feels like comfort. Like that's what's available. And it's like comfort, not only with others, but like comfort in your skin. Like I just feel good about myself. I feel good about today, right now. And maybe that's why with the Seven of Coins, sometimes that can be a card of impatience or like, kind of just surveying what you have. But the way that I kind of am feeling it right now, it almost feels like gratitude. I feel like Cancer, you're more in your body. And maybe if you've been feeling disjointed, like that is enough. That's the good thing. That you feel in your body and you feel at one and at peace there. It doesn't feel weird. It doesn't feel unsafe or uncomfortable. It feels good to just be in your body. There's just like flow that's happening right now for you. And maybe you felt blocked and stagnant, but things are flowing again. Yeah. It's just so sweet. For some of you, you might even be tapping more into like sensuality. You might be adorning yourself. You might be trying new like ways to dress or changing your style in some type of way as you are reconnecting with yourself. And yeah, there does feel like if you've been like having like a low libido, like not feeling like in the mood, it feels like even that's coming back. You're feeling very romantic, flirty, sexual, sensual. It just feels very like, it's like serpent energy, like very seductive. Like that energy, it's showing up in so many different ways. But all of it is like, how do you want to connect with yourself? It feels like you are able to do that now. So I don't know if you've been, for some of you, then that weighted blanket might have been how you've been feeling like, but the weight was not comfort. It was suffocating. And so for those where that applies, then you're kind of throwing it off and you can just be. For others, you might feel like, no, I want something to kind of like comfort me. I don't know, y'all. I can't explain it, but like Cancer has a very sweet, very soft energy. The Strength card really feels like, yeah, it almost feels like I don't want to do it the way that I've been doing it. I want to try a different. I want to name strength for myself. And it looks like how I express myself with my body. It looks like how I adorn myself. It looks like how the conversations that I'm having with people and how I'm able to share myself or not share myself. That's how I want strength to show up. It doesn't have to be a lion's roar. It can be the cat's meow. It's really giving Eartha Kitt. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but there's like I don't know. Like I'm literally hearing like, duh, 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 duh. It's like burlesque. I can't explain it, but there's something here that's happening with the body where it's like something's happening where it's like movements. I don't know if there's some of y'all like wanting to like do more dance or yoga or stretching. Something like in the body is happening for you. And there's something here about gratitude and like you're not going into the next year bitter. No matter what you suffered, no matter what you went through, something about this moment, it feels like you consider it a blessing somehow. Like no, I feel good. Like I got me, and I have people. I have people that I'm connected to too. They also got me. But I will also say, Cancer, you have heavy ancestral mother energy around you. So you also have the mothers with you as well, who are aiding you, who are carrying you. I literally heard some of y'all need to show a little skin. So I don't know how that's resonating, but like some of y'all have these kind of spirits who are like, yeah, be risque. Maybe some of y'all are considering something like pole or like pole dancing or like I said, burlesque, because I heard that it was like striptease. It felt like very sexy, like very sensual, but it puts you in your body. I'm trying to think of any other examples. Like even like what are they called when people do the aerial? Like, it's just something here about doing stuff. Y'all doing stuff in the body. That's all I got to say. What else for Cancer? It just really feels like relief, y'all. It feels like relief for you, Cancer. So if you've been stressed out, the rest of this month, the rest of this year feels real smooth for you. And I think it's because you are tuning out the noise and just focusing in on your embodiment. And if you could be in your body and feel good there and feel safe there, there's nothing anybody can tell you. You're not worried about the so-called losses or the things that happen. You're just like, I'm just grateful to be here. And you should be grateful to witness me. That's how that's coming across for sure. Let's see what the ancestral messages are for you. Oh wow. Shanga says performing burlesque on stage next week for the first time in 7 years. Are you Cancer? Are you a Cancer placement too? Or do you have a Cancer placement? That is so I kept hearing like this. Oh, y'all can't see me. I kept hearing this like I started see like I could see the lights, I could see the stage. I was like, something going on with that. All right, let's see what the ancestors have to say. We have belief, blind faith, belief in what you cannot see, and water spirits, overflowing, abundance, wealth, and fertility. Water spirits for the water babies. Yeah, I told you there's a maternal energy around y'all. So like I talked about flow and feeling like you might have been feeling stuck and now you're like flowing again. Give thanks to your water spirits. Give gratitude to your water spirits. And also that gratitude allows for you to really believe in what else is possible. Belief in what cannot be seen. Moving forward. I love that. Because what y'all are doing, some of y'all who are into like doing body things, like I said, yoga, anything that you're doing with movement, you can conjure with your body. You can conjure with your body. So, yeah. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Even when you are literally making love, having sex, you can conjure with your body. I told you there's a seductress, and I'm saying seductress, but it's not. You do not have to be a woman or feminine. This applies to you if you're Cancer, and it is hitting for you, right? But there's something about like seduction here that's really cute. I love that. All right, let's see what the message is for Cancer. What are you supposed to be thinking about for the rest of this year? Seems like y'all are already doing a lot of gratitude practices, but let's see. Build. What am I integrating? I love that. And I love that it's a beaver that's also connected to not only the land, but the water. What am I integrating? What am I building now? Also, what am I fortifying? How am I fortifying myself and my body in this moment? I think that that's also very powerful for you, Cancer. Because you're doing something with all that body work, with all that embodiment. That's exciting. Yeah. Overflowing with abundance. What a powerful way to end the year. Wow. Snake tat on my left hip just got hot after you said conjure with your body. I told you I felt snakes. It's the slither. Ooh. Christina's behind, but yeah. Embodiment is magic. Embodiment is a big part of the work that I do as a coach, is to help people get in their bodies. Because a lot, we love, maybe don't love, but we tend to stay up here in the so-called attic, as my coach was saying. Our job as coaches and anyone who's doing embodiment work is to move from the attic to the basement. And so, yeah, the magic does happen when we drop down into the body. That's when the truth comes out. That's when the conjure comes out. All right, let's move on to Leo. All right. Oop. Now, sorry, y'all. I dropped the whole deck. Oop. Oh, Lord. I dropped the deck. It did not sound like I said deck just now, but I did. Let me spray refresh. All right, Leo, let's see. Spirit, tell me something good coming towards Leo for the rest of 2024. For the rest of 2024. Bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Coins. Payback season. Ooh, I heard comeback season, Leo. It ain't just payback season, it's comeback season. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. What is y'all? The world again. The world again. The world. The 5 of Gourds. The reflection card. And the More, or the Hierophant. Oh. Comeback season. It really feels like, Leo, it's like I'm literally hearing end of the road. Something has come to the end of the road for you. And there's probably some grief around it. So for the rest of 2024, you are wrapping something up. But you should be so proud, because the world, that is an ending that is a big deal. So go out with a bang. Put everything into this thing. And yeah, the 5 of Gourds, the 5 of Cups, there are feelings there around like what you have to leave behind as you move in what you know is aligned. But what I love about the Mirror card being here is that the best part about whatever happens after that momentous occasion, you leave with you. You leave with the best thing that ever happened to your life is you. You leave with the most valuable person in your life. It's you. So whatever you're deciding to walk away from, I can tell it probably meant a lot to you. But whatever it is, or whatever it was, it is not ever more important than you. You're the gift. So comeback season. Comeback season. That to me speaks of resurrection. Something coming back from the dead. Something that was laid aside that you can pick up again. Is it a part of you? Were there parts of you that you left someplace that you're now returning to? Is that the grief of the 5 of Cups? Take yourself. Take your whole self. Take all your gifts into tomorrow. You've done a great job, Leo. A great job. Hmm. Hmm. I'm so proud of you. I don't know what you're doing. I just felt called to say it. I'm so proud of you. You're turning a major page in your story. And when you're listening to this now, you may not even quite know what it is. But it's going to be major. You have the more. You're stepping into leadership. You're stepping into a bigger commitment. That's why you have to turn the page. It's graduation. Leo, you're graduating at the end of this year. And you're becoming, like, you're stepping up. And so things are shifting a little bit for you. It might not look the way you thought. And it's your comeback season. Y'all know the meme. The meme of, oh, I wish I could remember this baby's name. It's from America's Next Top Model. When they're lined up and they're determining who's going to go to the house. It's like that first elimination. And this one girl's like crying, dark skin, beautiful, tall, skinny. And she's like crying and they call her name and she immediately like dries her tears and she's like, ooh, okay. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. That's kind of the energy of this. Weeping may endure for a night. But I'm telling you, it's almost like your ancestors are saying, feel it. You can miss it. The old version, the old thing, the old chapter. But this next thing is going to take you exactly where you're supposed to be. So get into it. Yes, Ebony, thank you. I love that moment. Ebony counted herself out. Or maybe Ebony didn't. Maybe Ebony thought, y'all counted me out. I'm not counting me out. But as soon as the moment came, she was like, ooh, let me take my spot. And that's what you're doing, Leo. You're taking your spot. You're taking your place. Educator, teacher, master. New things are calling you. New people are calling you. And this is a journey that you take on your own. Isn't that exciting? Because you have the 6 of coins at the bottom of the deck. That means that you are able to give of yourself to people who need you. And you're in a place to receive too, so that your needs can be met. People who are going to keep that same energy with you. People who are going to meet you where you are. That's where you're headed. So finish strong. Finish what you got to do. Stay focused. Because when you get to the end, you're going to be just like Ebony when they called the name. And you're going to end up exactly where you were always meant to be. Let's see what the ancestors have to say. This is not the deck for that. This one is. There we go. Let's move this here. What do the ancestors have to say to The Leo placements. Ooh. Okay. We have the tree of life, the gift that keeps on giving and courting. Allow others to care for you. Yeah. The tree of life, that's that 6 of coins, giving and receiving, as I just said. And that courting, allowing others to care for you, that's not only in the 6 of coins, it's also in the universe or the world, where I like to say the ancestors gather, where they are stitching their stamp of approval on you. And they're saying, you did a great job. Let us bless you now for the job you've done. And let us prepare you for what's ahead. All right, so let's get what is your question? What's the thing that you're going to be thinking about? A question for you to hold. I didn't even click that comment, but I guess it was meant to be. Okay. This is the one that's calling to me. You have charm. What if everything is already working out? Ooh, that's a good one. With the ladybug of good luck, good fortune, good favor. What if everything is already working out, Leo? I love that for you. It's already working out. It's already working out. It's already done. I love that for you. Let's now move on to Virgo. Y'all all right in the chat? Y'all all right out there? Let's see what Virgo got going on. Sydney says, I'm going to miss the quiet of being unknown and unseen, but it's time. That it is. It may be time. Whoa, Chinyere says, both cardinals have been by my windowsill for these last 2 weeks. Whoosh. Wow, that's a power. I just got chills. Ooh. That's powerful. Ooh, that's an on the nose type of sign of confirmation. We love synchronicities like that. Marasia says, had a ladybug on me today. Leo rising, baby. Ooh, I love when I love when that happens. Yeah. So we are now not Leo. We're on Virgo. All right, Virgo. Let's see what's going on. All right, Spirit. Can you tell me something good coming towards Virgo for the rest of 2024? Tell me something good. This one wants to be out? No. Bottom of the deck is the 10 of Gourds. Oh, wow. Virgo. Oh, so much happiness for you, Virgo. So much happiness and joy, particularly when it comes to family and people who, like, that can be chosen family, family of origin, but just good vibes in the house. Just happiness. Let's see what your cards say. We have Mama Blade, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Coins, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 7 of Coins. There's definitely change and movement here. So interesting, because I just said that there's like happiness and when it comes to the family and the home. And for some of you, you might be getting ready to get a new home. The Ace of Coins can speak about that, like signing a new lease, signing a new like contract of some sort. Specifically though, lease, because I'm thinking of Earth being like the home and the body, right? The tangible, right? So there's some opportunities that are coming in for you, Virgo. They feel like advancement, movement in the form of advancement, like moving up, because you have the Queen of Swords, who is like kind of directing and calling the shots and making things happen. It feels like there is a space that you are creating for yourself as the Queen of Swords to direct your life. You also are just coming through very powerfully in the way that you are speaking as well. What are you talking about? What conversations are you having? People may be seeking you for advice as the wise one as well. This Queen of Swords comes through very wise in that way. And you may be strategizing what's next for you. This Ace of Coins is like so pregnant with potential. There's so much that can happen. And it feels like a little bit of an acceleration simply because the Wheel of Fortune is here. But it does follow that Seven of Coins. And so there's also a message here of making sure that you don't rush it. Be patient here, Virgo, because things are working together. But it's important for you to have a plan. Plan the things. See the things. Visualize it even. Because, okay, all right. What I'm hearing is like sometimes like planning every detail gets in the way of you experiencing happiness and joy. And that's really what the rest of this year is supposed to be about, is being happy. Can you let yourself be happy? Can you let the times be good with the people that you love, whoever they are? Can you celebrate yourself and be just happy with you, Virgo? Rather than being tempted to admonish yourself for how much you didn't get accomplished that you really wanted to, know that there's actually so much that you've done this year that you probably skipped over, that you probably didn't notice. So notice it. Notice your growth. And be mindful of the seeds that you're planting. There's something happening here where the growth is going to be exponential. So the things that you are focusing on, putting your energy toward, whether that's relationships, whether that's your money, your finances, your business, school, relationships, whatever it is that you're focused on, the energy you're putting into it now is going to have exponential growth. Mark my words. I would not lie to you. It's going to have exponential growth. So it's important for you to not get ahead of yourself so that you don't end up overwhelming yourself when it comes. Because it's coming, baby, with the 10 of Cups. It's an overflow of abundance. All the cups are filled and flowing. Nothing is stagnant. Everything's moving. Everything's refreshing. Everything's cool. And sometimes you just need to stay right there and notice what the work you've already done has made possible for you to enjoy. That's kind of what it's giving, Virgo. Enjoy the rest of this year as best you can. And enjoy yourself the rest of this year. Let's see what the ancestors have to say. All right, what do the ancestors have to say to my Virgo placements? What do the ancestors have to say? I will also say, not that car flew upside down. I will also say, Virgo, there are opportunities for new jobs, new money making opportunities, because you have the Ace of Coins right next to this Wheel of Fortune. So I love that for you. Yeah. Let's see what this card says. You have Hawk Spirit. It is time for your assignment. Hello. And you have Vulture Spirit, divine protection and prayers being answered. Interesting that one flipped around upside down. Is there a meaning for that being upside down? Okay. I was going to see if they wanted me to read it upside down, but they said no. Virgo, you have Vulture and Hawk. Very powerful spirits. I told you, everything that I see, the abundance that's flowing in, is going to come to pass. This card says so. Prayers being answered. Prayers being answered. It is time for your assignment. One other thing that I'm getting as well from the 7 of Coins is not to be wistful of and almost like thinking about how you should have done something in the past, or you know how sometimes Virgo tends to not give themselves enough credit in some areas. That 7 of Coins almost feels like when you're tempted to cut yourself down and say, oh my gosh, I'm seeing all this success now, but imagine if I had started a year ago instead of 3 months ago. Imagine if I had started 5 years ago instead of this. If I had been this committed then this I would have been further along. Perhaps. And also, trust divine timing. Trust the lessons that you had to learn in order to be where you are now, to carry what you're carrying now. That's important. So let's see what the message or the question is for you to hold on to and to ruminate on. Let's go with this one. You have Shed. How can I know myself as bigger than any fear? Prairie King Snake. Shed. How can I know myself as bigger than any fear? Because I'm telling you now, Virgo, you are stepping into that abundance. And sometimes stepping into the realm where your dreams are no longer dreams, they're reality. Sometimes that's uncomfortable and scary. And so, how can you know yourself? That self you've been dreaming about. How can you know yourself as bigger than the fears? You don't have to chuck the fears right away. You can feel them. They can be present. They just don't need to drive the car. Just put them in the back seat. Put your fears in the back seat and you drive. Be bigger than your fears. You drive your life. Don't let your fears get in the driver's seat. That's why you need the energy of the Queen of Swords. That's why you need the direction and that wisdom and the strategy. The strategy may not be for you to determine how you want to order every single step of your life as you move into the next year. The strategy could be, what are the strategies that I need to keep myself from going back into a pattern that kept me further from my goals and my dreams and my assignment? What strategies can I put in place so I don't go back? What strategies can I present and have ready, like my emergency bag to pull on, so that I am not tempted to let fear take the steering wheel again? That's how you can utilize that Queen of Swords. Use that. You driving the car is the only way you'll know that you're going in the right direction. So put on your shades, boo. Let the seat back or the top back and drive. Mm-mm. All right, let's move on to Libra. Yeah. Yes, Desiree says 2 birds of prey. So powerful. Yeah. That's heavy ancestral protection. That's heavy ancestral uh I was gonna say interference, but like what's the word that I'm trying to say? It's presence. Like the ancestors are like the hawk and the vulture. That ain't no hoe. Tinyete says, I kid you not, hawks have always been in my backyard repeatedly. Also been wow. Yeah. you got all of nature is letting you know what it is. And I think it's pronounced, is it Lage? That's the second time today I've seen the Queen of Swords. Yeah, the Queen of Blades has been popping out. She told us to say that ish with our chest. Sure did. The Queen of Swords also requires that you tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, even if it hurts, especially when it hurts. All right, Libra. Let's see what's going on for Libra. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me something good coming towards Libra for the rest of 2024. For Libra for the rest of 2024. Bottom of the deck is the 4 of Swords. Go lay down. You better go lay down. Don't do too much. 3 of Coins. Papa Gourd, King of Cups. 9 of Staffs and 5 of Coins. Go lay down. Go lay down. Take care of yourself. And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna hop back off of it. But Libra, is real important for you to focus on taking care of yourself physically and mentally, but physically as well, because we have the 5 of Coins, and that's when we don't have enough energy, and or we are over giving when we don't have enough. And I want you to be mindful of your health, because when this shows up, particularly when I'm doing these readings, it can show up as susceptible to sickness. So go lay down. Lay down. Lay down. The cool thing, though, is you have the 3 of Coins. You have the 3 of Pentacles, which is help and support and assistance, so that you don't you don't overdo it. You don't go too far, lend too much. So you have to rely on the support that's present. You have to ask for the help. Because you have a helping guide here. You have the Papa Gore, the King of Cups. You have someone who has enough. You actually have someone who can teach you, if you are interested, in how to expand your capacity. Because the capacity that you have now, it doesn't mean it can't be stretched. It doesn't mean that it can't expand. The divine is abundant and full of so much. So I don't believe that divine gives us a finite amount of energy. You only have a fistful. You'll never have more. No, there is grace and compassion that expanding capacity can happen over time. It happens over time if that's something you're interested in. Whoever is the King of Cups in your life, that's usually like some type of spiritual leader or teacher, diviner, someone who's so loving. It can be a guide, someone who is caring, someone who is somebody who don't play about you. So if you got somebody in your life who don't play about you, whether they're in the ancestral realm, whether they're your spirit guide, or whether they are someone in the land of the living, that person who don't play about you, that person who lends their help and their support, call on them. Call on them because they know how to keep you from doing a lot more than you need to. They have wisdom and understanding in something that maybe you need. So ask for help. It's as simple as that. You are reaching a place of completion as well. You have the 9 of staffs. In the 9, we're going into a 9-year, and the 9 is sometimes it's a lonely number because it's about you, right? The good thing is that it's also the number of the ancestors. So we know that you have an ancestral host who they're standing with you. And also this is a time for you to kind of safeguard and protect your energy as much as you can. Protect the space around what you're building because you're almost done. You're almost there. So lean on your support system now. Lean on your support system now. I actually want to get a clarifier for the 5 of coins. What I do love though, before I even do that, actually, I don't think I need a clarifier anymore because now I'm seeing it differently. The 5 of coins, I know that's a card most people don't like to see. But I'm going to tell you how it's a good card for you now. It's because, thank you, Spirit. Spirit is saying to you, Libra, that you don't have to use a whole lot of energy to get going. You can just hitch a ride with the others who have the skill, who have the energy, who have the time, who have the money. You can just hitch a ride with them and go where you're going. Even in your resting, there's movement. So resting your body and resting your mind means not trying to, not stressing yourself out trying to figure out how things are going to work. Trying to figure out how you're going to get to the next thing. Spirit is simply saying, get in flow. Go with the people who are going where you're going. Don't reinvent the wheel. Hop in somebody else's car. They got the wheels rolling already. Hop in somebody else's boat. And you can still build your thing. You can still curate your thing. Hop in. And share, as Daniel and Knuckles will say, share the burden of survival with others who are going in the same place you're going. That way you can rest. You can rest in the storm. You know the story in the Bible of Jesus and the boat is rocking to and fro and the disciples are like tripping and they're like, what the hell is going on? How the hell is he sleeping? What is going on? That's you. Put yourself as Jesus in the story. The boat is rocking. The waves are high. Thunder's crashing. Lightning's lighting up the sky. And you are in the boat safe. Let your ancestors drive the boat. Let your ancestors drive the boat. And you'll be safe in the belly of the boat. And you know what that means? You can sleep when somebody else is driving. When your ancestors have the wheel. When they are the ones who are carrying the weight. You can sleep. Because you're almost there. You've come this far on your own. Let them now take you the rest of the way so you can rest. Rest. And speaking of the ancestors, let's see what they have to say to you. All right. All right. Let's see. Sweet ancestors, what do you have to say to Libra? What do you have to say to Libra? Oh, well, those want to come together. Awaken your gifts, fire. And you must wear and carry your tools. I love this. So one, be ready for when the boat comes. Pack up and prepare. Act like you know your ancestors about to take you somewhere. Oh, hold on. That's a word. Oh, woo. Pack your bags, Libra. Act like you know your ancestors are about to take you somewhere. Act like you know you're going to the place that you bought the ticket for. Act like you know your destination and that your ancestors are driving, that your ancestors are steering the boat. So you know that you're going to make it there safely. Act like you know and take your stuff, pack your stuff, get on the boat. And awaken your gifts. Awaken. Let them be stirred in you. Let that fire be stoked in you now. That happens when you rest, Libra. Wearing protection, amulets, and all of that might be really helpful for you right now. But the main thing for you is to get on the boat when it pulls up for you. Let's get the final card, which will be, what's your question to hold on to and to be thinking about for the rest of this year? You have defend. Am I fully claiming my authority? Come through. And when you ask yourself this question, Libra, am I fully claiming my authority? Am I doing that? When you ask that question, when you answer that question, follow up with, how am I doing that? How am I fully claiming my authority? And if the answer to the first question was no, you're not, ask yourself how you're not. Ask yourself why you're not. Why am I not fully claiming my authority? Defend. That's the energy here of the 9 of Staves. Defend the ground you've covered. Defend the work you've done. Defend yourself. Claim your authority. Claim your authority, yourself. The cool thing about claiming your authority, knowing who you are, you feel perfectly fine with other people driving the boat. Because no matter where you get off, no matter where the boat takes you, when you alight that boat and get off onto dry land again, all of what you've been working toward, building, curating in yourself, creating, it's ready. It's ready. And there are so many people waiting for you to claim that authority. Claim it. Take up space, especially as we go into the year ahead. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Badger mode don't give a fuck. Claim your throne. Yes, praise dance. All right, let us move on to Scorpio. Water signs means that it's time for me to take a water break. So I am going to sip on some water. Y'all okay in the chat? Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing okay? It's so good to have y'all here. It's so good to have y'all here. It is. We said this is the last live stream. We gonna turn up, huh? So we have Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So 5 more signs to go. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5. Okay. Let me do a quick spritz. Refreshing. And let me take a sip. All right, let's get into Scorpio. All right, Spirit, tell me something good coming towards Scorpio for the rest of 2024. Tell me about Scorpio. All right, bottom of the deck is the 6 of Coins. We have the 10 of Swords, Papa Blade, 9 of Coins, and the Mirror. Ooh. It really just feels like Scorpio. Like, I just heard the words of Toni Morris saying, you are your best thing. You are your best thing. And so I don't know what ideas you are considering thinking about, the things that you're like creating, trying to move toward, build, nurture, nourish, whatever that is. Yeah, it feels like you're going to see a huge payoff. Your finances look really good. So it looks like there's something that's coming through for you financially. Particularly with the 6 of Coins and the 9 of Coins. There's something here that you've been doing and working on all by yourself. It might have been under the cover of night, honey. And it could be that you're ready to show and showcase this part of yourself. Let the world see. I love the King of Swords because the King of Swords is an expert, or the expert. I always like to say something my good friend Denicia says, it's the ability to tap into your ancestral expertise. And that's what's happening. That 10 of Swords, I like to say that's the end of an era. That's the end of something as it was, the way that it had been before. There's something that's being cut off. You're dead in that stuff. I was about to cuss. You're dead in that stuff. And now it feels like you are directing things in a way where it's like you are very much so in tune with the Emperor is not here, but I'm really feeling like strategy and order, like getting some order to the things that you're doing, particularly when it comes to your business and what you do for money. It feels like insight and like acute clarity. Being able to see the finest detail and how that can benefit you now. For some of you, this might just be self-work. The 9 of coins can be someone who has done a lot of work on themselves, and they're just so proud, as they should be. There's a lot that you've been moving through. That's why the 10 of Swords starts this spread, I believe. Yep, you're ready just to cut off that last piece and get into this next thing. So many endings and beginnings for a lot of the signs tonight. There's a little bit of selfish energy here, Scorpio. I feel like you're focusing on you in some way. I do think you're also getting noticed. Feels like you're being noticed as well. There was something else I was going to say and then I lost it. Yeah. If it's important, can you bring it back, Spirit? If it's important, please bring it back. I don't know why I'm hearing the song Order My Steps. Order my steps in your word. It's like you're coming up with a master plan. What are you creating? What are you up to? You're doing something. You're doing something. The mirror card often reflects on, you. And did I already talk about selfishness? I feel like you're in a selfish season. Like it's about me, it's about what I want. It's all about me. Maybe that's the thing maybe that's the cycle that you're cutting off. Maybe you've been considering a lot of other things that involve other people or other paths, other things that you thought you were going to be doing. And now spirit, particularly your ancestral fathers, are like guiding you in a different place. And it's like, yeah, that's over. If not forever, at least for now, you're actually going to go this way where you are the main character. And it's really about you and what you're doing. It is a selfish season. It is time for you to do that. Yeah. Yeah, this is about you getting yours. I ain't gonna lie. I also mean that in the sexual sense. So you make of that what you will. But this is really a season for you to get yours. All of it. All of what you've been working toward. Yeah, you do. For the rest of this year, I do feel like you're going to be more visible, Scorpio. More visibility here. Not gonna lie, I kind of feel this energy like you might kind of pull back and recoil, like, hold up, wait a minute, I didn't want, not that you don't want it. I'm not gonna say you don't want it, but I think that it might be confronting to be seen this much. Yeah. I just hear the word shine. Just shine. That sounds like somebody's ancestral father. Shine anyway. Some of you are going to be doing some sort of like teaching, some type of instruction. I'm also getting that from the King of Swords. Some type of instruction. Yes. I don't like to speak on health. This was the thing that I forgot and I'm remembering now. I don't usually speak on health, but for the rest of 2024, if you've been concerned about your health, the 9 of Coins is a great card for good health, a good bill of health. So if things have felt low, it feels like things are taking a positive turn. And if you have to have any type of like surgical procedure or something like that, it feels like the recovery is really swift. Your team, your medical team, they know what they're doing. Like it's almost like your ancestral team has set it up where you like have the right people. For some of y'all, it's not even like surgery like on your body. It might be in your mouth is what I'm getting. Like it might be like a dental thing. They really know what they're doing, and they're going to take really good care of you, and you're going to feel so good on the other side of it. It's like, yeah, that must be for somebody specific, but like it feels like your recovery is going to be like, oh wow, we didn't know it was going to be that fast. Something about yeah, your recovery is like it's swift. It's swift. That's the grace of your ancestors watching over you, your spirit team watching over you. Ooh, yeah. 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 I will say, if there's anything in you that is not ready for more, I don't want to say ready. That's not the way. Spirit, how do I need to say that? Get clear with yourself and your spirits on success and what it means to you and what it looks like for you and how you will feel in your version of the spotlight. Because what I see is that there may be some things that come up that you didn't expect, that you're finding yourself dealing with, and it's like, oh, I didn't think I was going to feel that way about it. I'm not picking up on whether it's positive or negative or neutral, but there's a feeling, or there are feelings or thoughts that's going to come up. So I would say, in order to begin the work of that, just define your relationship with success, Scorpio. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's see what the ancestors have to say. Wrong deck. All right, what did the ancestors have to say to Scorpio? What did the ancestors have to say to Scorpio? Okay, that one wanted to be out. You have Hawk Spirit. It is time for your assignment. Yep. And courting. Allow others to care for you. That kind of goes back to what I was saying about the medical team, or like there's some type of care, like professional care. This could also be mental health, y'all, especially with the Ten of Swords and the Papa Blade. This could also be a therapist, a psychiatrist. Yeah, it could be anything in that sphere. It could be a life coach. It could be anyone who is helping you move through any kind of blocks that you may have been experiencing. But you may find, either way though, you're working with whoever you're working with, like they feel supportive because you are coming out feeling very good and very clear. So I love that for you. This is time for your assignment. So it almost feels for me, for you, Scorpio, like whatever it is, like however you've been downplaying yourself in any way, think bigger, get bigger. And for me, this card is just showing me that people are going to be drawing near to you. Like I said, people are going to notice you and come closer to you. I love that you have this Hawk Spirit kind of overseeing the ones who are drawing near to you at this time. Now, let's look at what your question is. What should you be thinking about for the rest of 2024? What is the question that you can be sitting with? You have Carrie. What is always mine? The box turtle. I love turtles. My favorite totem. What is always mine? What can I carry? What's mine that no one can take from me? I love this, especially because I talked about it's your selfish season. It's about you, right? It's about you. What is satisfying to you? What is going to give you the most joy? What's going to give you the most benefit? That 6 of coins, that energy wants to share. It wants to give and take. It wants that reciprocity. You are kind of like, it feels like what's supportive for you or what could be supportive for you is almost 6 of coins in reverse. Where it's like, gimme for myself. So what is always yours to carry? What is always yours? That's something to hold on to as we move through the rest of this year. All right, Scorpio. How y'all feeling? Let's move on to Sagittarius. Any Sag placements in the house? Any Sag placements? Oop. Any Sag placements? What's tea? What's going on? Make sure y'all like the video. Let people know that we're here. We have Sagittarius followed by Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. All right. I see Sag in the chat. In the chat. I know that's right. All right. Okay, Sagittarius. Spirit, tell me something good coming towards the Sag placements for the rest of 2024. Oop, are those the right amount? Because if so, I think I'm going to take them all. Yep, that was the exact right amount. Bottom of the deck for you, Sag, is Papa Gourd. Being in control of yourself and your emotions. Being in control of your decisions. Not letting anybody throw you off course for the rest of this year. Not letting anybody pop your balloon this year. You have the 2 of Blades with the Ace of Staffs, Judgment, and the 7 of Coins. Yeah, you got places to be. You got things to do. You have things that you are creating. It's going to cause you to have to make some decisions. I was going to say they're not big decisions, but they're big decisions because you have the 2 of Swords, but you also have this with Judgment. So this feels like you are making decisions about what's calling to you. You're making a decision about the thing that you know is calling and whether or not you're ready to take the leap and jump. Whether or not you're ready to take the leap and fly, rather. Whether or not you're ready to take the leap and thrive. You have a deep, deep calling. Literally, as I said that, my stomach started to growl. Like, not because I'm hungry, but it was almost like, you know how, like, I always imagine, I don't know if this is true. I always imagine as a child that when my stomach was growling, it was like my stomach was like searching for food, searching for nourishment. And maybe Sagittarius, you've been feeling like that. Like, I've been searching for something to satisfy me. So for the rest of this year, I think that you are getting clarity on what it is. I honestly think you already know. It just may be that you are finding the strength and the bravery and courage to say yes. To say yes. I hear what's calling to me and I say yes. Here I am. Here I am. Whew. To that I say, it's going to be important for you, Sagittarius, to then, once you say yes, to trust timing. You're going to have to let go of the rest and really let the divine step in. Your work is to say yes and to create and to move. The divine is going to bring in the opportunity for you to seize. When it comes, your job is simply to seize it. But you can't control the strings and make it happen the way you think it should happen, in the time that you think it should happen, in the place you think it should happen, with the people you think it should happen with. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Not for this, not for the rest of 2024. Not to say that you're not in control of your life. You are. And there are some things that you just cannot micromanage, Sagittarius. This one, Spirit is saying they cooking up something for you in the crock pot. This is not a microwaved miracle for you. This is crock pot shit. So, what is your work? What are you doing? What's something good for you? In the words of my coach and my teacher, Sean, when I asked him a question, I said, how do I know which way to go? How do I know what to do? How do I know anything? And he looked at me and he simply said, Jeida, choose. Because I want you to know how it feels. I want you to know how it feels. To feel yourself choose yourself. That can only happen when you say yes to something. Something else my coach says is, why did it just leave my mind? There it is. Ignorance on fire. It's better. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. You have the fire, Sagittarius. You have the ace of staves. Choose the way you want to go. Ignorance on fire is about you getting into action. It's about you responding to the call. And not worrying so much about the details and the when and the how and the detail, all that stuff. That's for your ancestors to reveal to you when you start moving. Because I guarantee you, and this is me speaking from experience, I have done a lot of things that I didn't know I could do before I started doing them. And that's a word. Because so many things I thought were out of reach, impossible. I was afraid of doing it wrong. I was afraid it wasn't right. Ignorance on fire means try it anyway. It's the entrepreneurial spirit of just being creative and not caring about how it looks or how you sound, or if it's quite right, or if you're going to mess up. Just be ignorant on fire. Take your creativity. Let that fire in you build. And just try it. Because on the other side of trying it, that's the only place you'll find mastery and success. But thinking about it, like the 7 of coins, and wondering and being afraid and needing to know all the answers before you leap, you'll stand up on that mountaintop forever wondering what it's like down below. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. My coach ate with that one, didn't he? Okay. Let's see what the ancestors have to say. All right. What do the ancestors have to say to my Sag placements? Ooh. We have Divine Mother Attachment. And we have empty work. The spiritual work was ineffective. You see what I'm saying? That energy, you, Sagittarius, being attached to things happening the way you want it to happen, when you want it to happen, Spirit said that's empty. It ain't gonna do nothing. It's not gonna move nothing. You doing all of that, doing all the spiritual work, doing all the rituals, doing all the other stuff, doing all that mental gymnastics. When, what the song say? All you gotta do is say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Detach from the outcome. That doesn't mean that you don't care about where you end up, how your business goes, how your relationships go, your next steps. No, you care very much. But detach from the way that you think it has to work out. Take that nipple out of your mouth. There are other ways, like the stomach. There are other ways to find nourishment that aren't at your mother's breast, so to speak. There are other ways. And somewhere inside of you, like my analogy of what my childhood mind thought that my stomach was searching for something, you are searching for something. Allow that search, allow that hunger to be the fuel of your ace of staffs so that your work won't be empty. So that it will be full. Let's see what your question is. To be thinking about. Oh, well, that was wanted to be out. What you'll be thinking about for the rest of this year. Warble. Am I singing my song? Ooh, I love that. Am I singing my song? Or am I worried about doing it right? Am I trying to sing somebody else's song? Am I trying to remix somebody else's song? Or am I ready to choose myself or feel myself choosing? What is my song? What's your song, Sagittarius? What's your jam? Sing it. Turn it up. Crank it. Find your song. Find the melody, the bass, the lyrics. Take that ace of wands and run with it. Ignorance on fire. Ignorance just means you don't know all the steps. That's okay. Your light is bright enough to show you the next step. And that's all you need to see. Oh, that's good. I love that for y'all. I love that for y'all. Ooh wee. All right, Sagittarius, y'all all right? Y'all all right? Woo. That was hot, but that was Sagittarius, huh? That's Sagittarius for you. Let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn. 3 signs left. Y'all all right out there? Now, Sydney, I'm over here like, do we need to have a conversation? When you say you're not okay, do you mean that facetiously? Or do you need support? Because I'm over here like, book a call if you need support. Because these are really good indicators for what's coming ahead in 2025. Everybody's ending on a bang. Can't y'all feel it? Okay, good. I was trying to make sure and have to, offer support because I will. All right. Uh, Capricorn, let's see what's coming toward you. All right. You're welcome, Sydney. Okay. Oh, okay. What's coming towards Capricorn? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. This one said me, actually. Bottom of the deck, Capricorn, you have the mirror card. Looking at yourself. Looking at yourself, we have the Six of Staves, honey. Okay, Capricorn. With the emerging one, the Fool. Seven of Coins. This baby's been coming out a lot. With the Two of Coins. Okay, Capricorn. Huh. I'm gonna take a sip of water and look at this. Okay. Hey, Tom. So this is what I'm hearing. Capricorn, for the rest of 2024, I don't know why, but I'm getting this feeling of, okay, I've been successful. I know how to make things pop. I know how to, pull things off. But there seems like there's this thing like, but can I do it again though? Can I recreate it? Can I do it again? I've done it before. I have a good track record, but there's something here that feels like, but can I recreate it? Is it something that can happen again? What I love here for you, Capricorn, is you are a winner. For the rest of this year, you are being kind of like lauded. People are making a big deal about you. And I don't know if you're used to that, Capricorn. I don't know if you're always used to that. Sometimes I think that Capricorn is like the eldest daughter, kind of like thankless job, or people don't think to give you your props, but Capricorn, you get it done. And it feels like you're getting your props the rest of this year. And that's maybe a new experience for you. What's interesting too is I'm kind of getting the same thing that I got for Virgo, which is no. I know that wasn't it because as soon as I said it, it left my brain. Um, what is it, y'all? Okay, so Capricorn, what I see for y'all, it looks like y'all are you finding new ways to make money, Capricorn? It seems like that's exactly what you're doing. Like you're almost like getting your not necessarily getting your finances in order. It seems like you are trying to build a new way, like new streams of income, or trying to find ways. It's really not even like trying to make it stretch. It feels like you're looking for new ways to do it, new ways to make money, new streams of income, new ways to like pull it in. That's kind of what I'm getting for y'all. That's what the emerging one feels like. And so I don't know why, but I'm kind of getting some of you might be trying to like recreate yourself or like redo, refix. So I don't know if you're like doing like if you're like an entrepreneur, if you're like redoing your website, like redoing like something, redoing graphics, redoing some type of like, we're going back to your marketing plan. Like, is this working? If you're someone who works for someone else, it's like, how can I, like was immediately coming to me is like sales. So if you work in sales, like how can I go back to my old leads? How can I like, what's a surefire way that's going to bring in more money to the company? That's going to make me look good. That's going to help me get a bonus at the end of this year. Like, it just feels like a good way that you are really trying to like pull those finances in for yourself. Because it feels like you're like really wanting to save right now. I don't really get a lot of spending. I don't feel like you're like trying to pull the money in so you can blow it, so to speak. It feels like you're really trying to figure out how can I like build a storehouse for myself so that I can be good. Because I'm tired of not being good. And so, yeah, that emerging one feels like the Fool just kind of feels like, what's a new way to see this so that I can make this happen for myself? I'll tell you now, whatever you're looking at, whatever you're considering doing, I do see it working for you. Yeah. Especially with the Six of Wands, I see it working for you. I feel that it's going to be like, you might even have like a mini viral moment, like where things kind of like take off. Or you might have like a burst of like sudden money that comes in. So I see that happening for you as well. I think that you're not going to think it's going to be enough. But I think that it's still, I do see it coming in for you. I would also say just be mindful too of your actual energy, the energy that you're putting into what you're doing. Like, monitor your body and what your body actually needs. Because it also, like, the energy of like you working to make this happen, it also feels like the Two of Pentacles can also be like a lack of work-life balance. So or you're trying to find work-life balance. So I would just say, enjoy your life as much as you can. I think that is something that I said for Virgo now that I'm thinking about it. Enjoy your life as much as you can. I feel like there's something that I'm missing from Capricorn. There's something else here that I'm not quite gathering. Can y'all give it to me straight for Capricorn? What? Okay. No, I mean, I'm hearing that's it. I don't know why I feel like there's something that's lingering. Maybe it's in the other cards. Let's just go ask the ancestors what they have to say and maybe it'll come. Because I'm over here like, I feel like there's something else, but I'm going to listen to the spirits that walk with me, okay, honey? And maybe what I just expressed or experienced is what Capricorn might find themselves going through. I feel like there's something else for me to be doing. Yeah, that's it. I feel like there's something else. There's got to be another way to get this done. There's got to be something else I need to research. There's got to be something else I can, like, there's got to be something else. There's like this searching energy, not in the way that Sagittarius I just talked about searching, but in a way of like, trying, like striving is what it feels like. Don't strive. You're already like making your mark, Capricorn. And whatever you're doing, you're already making your mark. And I just want to say it's enough. It is enough. Yeah. So, okay. There we go. Now that I've said that, now I can pull a clarifier. Can you tell me what is the gratitude? What is the alignment now for Capricorn? Mama Gore, being in your feelings, feeling yourself, being in your body. That's what's going to help you. That's what it has to come into alignment right now for you for the rest of this year, Capricorn. And when it comes to the Two of Coins, how can you have that balance for yourself right now? Ace of Styles, do something creative, not just for the sake of making money. Do something creative. Do something with your time that, like I said, enjoy yourself. Something for you. That's what you need. That's going to be your focus. Okay. I feel so much better. So that's probably why you have the Mirror card. Yes, it's important to have money. Yes, it's important to have those tangible needs met. And also, you have a body, you have feelings and emotions, and you have so many other parts of you, like your creativity, that need to be stoked, that need to be your creativity, and also just like your fun that need to be indulged. So indulge yourself for the rest of the year. Indulge yourself. Work is going to be there, but indulge. So what do the ancestors want to say to Capricorn placements? What do the ancestors have? Oh, are these? Okay, cool. They came out together. You have extinct. Don't lay any more eggs here. And you have sun and moon, anointment for higher purpose. Eggs, can represent fertility, abundance, money, things like that. Especially when we think about like golden eggs. And so Spirit's saying don't lay any more here. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your energy into the one thing, because it's like about money. I got to make money. I got to do this to do money. I got to do this. Like Spirit is saying you have a higher purpose, and you were not born to make money, Capricorn. You were not born to be always thinking about money. I know we live under capitalism. I know it's easier said than done. And also, you were born for more. And so part of your task is to figure out what the more is for you in this season for the rest of this year. Let's look at what the question is for you to be mindful of. Just to think about as you move through the rest of the year. Blow. How can I deepen trust that my intuition knows the way? Ooh, that's a good one for you, Capricorn. How can I deepen trust that my intuition knows the way? That's an important question. And I think that you remembering how successful you already are, how great at this you already are, I hope that allows for you to do like we talked about before and sink into the embodiment, into the feelings, into Mama Gourd, the Mother of Cups, the Queen of Cups, leading from love and compassion for the self first. And then whatever is left, you can give to what you have to do. But start with you. What are your higher purposes now? I hope that was helpful. Let us move on to Aquarius. Any Aquarius placements here? Any Aquarius placements here? All right. Aquarius. All right. Let's take it to the desk. All right. For Aquarius, Spirit, tell me something good coming towards Aquarius for the rest of 2024. And whatever is right here. Beneath that was little coin, opportunities to explore, travel, get out there, put yourself out there, put in the application, go to the thing, go to the place, travel abroad, travel nearby, Study more. Yeah, that's already on the table for you. Seizing opportunities as they come, Aquarius. You have 10 of staffs, strength, little staff, and little gourd. Ooh, you got a lot of pages. A lot of pages. So yeah, there's a lot of new energy here. Okay. For you, I think it's very simple, Aquarius. The something good for you is you are entering a season of uncharted territory. There is a lot of newness that you're going to experience over the next couple of months. Um, hmm. And it feels like with the 10 of Wands with strength, like that 10 of Wands wants to let go. It's done doing things the way that they've been doing them. It's finished with that. It is ready to try something else. And so you have all these pages. You have all these pages that are ready to express and experience life differently. It feels like a huge weight is being lifted from your shoulders. I'm literally feeling like this pressure in my back. So like something is coming off of you. Like the load is being lightened for you, Aquarius. And it feels like you're actually about to move into a lane that feels right for you, where you can show up in exactly, I don't know why the word temperature is coming up, but the temperature that you want to show up. I don't know what that means, but that's just the word that came in. Yeah, I really love that for you. And wherever you're headed, it feels like you have people who are probably either younger than you, like actually younger than you, or they might be like students of yours, people who are learning from you. You are showing them the way to go. And let me tell you, Aquarius, this could literally be your inner children. This could be different versions of you who are showing up or being triggered to the surface, that you are getting to play with, that you are getting to console and nourish, right? You know how in the strength card in the Rider-Waite-Smith, there's the angel who's like petting the lion. And a lot of times some people read that as, the parts of ourselves that are ferocious or the parts of ourselves that need to be tamed or have been tamed. And oftentimes, like as children, children don't unfortunately get the same respect as adults. Children sometimes are not given any respect, no autonomy, no voice, no ability to move about the world and just be, to feel their feelings. And they feel it in a very embodied way most of the time, especially the younger you are, before someone comes in to tame them. And so part of what may be happening for you, particularly as we're going through the rest of this year, Aquarius, you may find that you're around family members that maybe when you were young, they wanted to tame you. They wanted you to be prim and proper. They wanted you to be polite. They wanted you to be quiet. They wanted you to be straight. They wanted you to be all of these things I'm putting in air quotes, but they wanted you to be the way they wanted you to be. They didn't want you to be yourself. And so if that resonates with you, then these pages can be all of the versions of you that had been tamed, that you are now freeing. That you are saying, no, 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 no. You can be loud. You can express yourself. You can be freed. You can be queer. You can be trans. You can be creative. You can be big. You can take up space. And you can be quiet when you don't want to talk. You can be affectionate when you want, and you can pull back when you don't. there's something here about you showing up in advocacy for yourself over the next 2 months. And you're showing yourself what you're made of. I love that. And like I said, this may be uncharted territory for you. But it's a good place to be. The burden, you can put it down now. And you can just show up. Or you can decide not to show up. However that resonates with you. Trying to see if there's anything else. You're definitely laying aside some weights and getting rid of some stuff. I see you finishing strong though, Aquarius. I also see you defining who you are. You might also have Leo placements as well, just because strength is here. You might also find that if so, then I would say watch the Leo reading. There may be something for you there. Let's see what the ancestors have to say. Can y'all tell my voice is going? Like, I almost don't have a voice anymore. I almost don't have a voice anymore. Listen, they said put it all on the table. Put it all on the table. All right, let's see what the ancestors have to say. To Aquarius. You have Divine Mother as well. Attachment and offerings, nourishment to the spirit. Yeah, I love this. For y'all, and see, this is powerful because we were just talking about the inner children. You are like a mother. You are able to mother and repair it yourself right now. That's important for you. It's important for your inner children to feel safe with you. And I bet they do already. It might be supportive for you to offer offerings to your inner children. What do they like? What do they like to eat? What do they like to wear? What do they like to do? Like play. Give offerings to yourself. Give offerings to yourselves. And of course, give offerings to your ancestors too. That's going to also help you as you move through the rest of this year. But I love that that is here, that you can be Divine Mother, regardless of gender, to yourself. And also your Divine Mothers, the primordial mothers, they're also with you, reparenting and holding you and babying you. I love that. You have heavy maternal energy around you, Aquarius. Love that. Let's look now at your final question. The question to hold you for the rest of the year, to be mindful of and thinking about. And you have digest. What am I cleaning up or converting? You also have the vulture. I just say you got heavy maternal energy. You got heavy ancestral protection around you. What are you cleaning up or converting? Digest. That's the thing about vultures, right? In the words of the skin priestess Jordan, vultures are not bringers of death. They are eaters of death. People see vultures and they start freaking out. Oh my God, someone's going to die. Vultures don't bring death. They eat the dead things. And so what are the things that as you are moving through the next 2 months that you are actually cleaning up for your inner children, for yourself? And then what are the things that you are converting and changing and shifting? What stories are you rewriting for yourself? More empowering stories where you have autonomy, where you are yourself, where you call the shots. Now that you're the adult in the room. Something to think about. All right, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Moving on to our last sign for the night, y'all. Pisces. 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 Yeah. How important it is for me to turn my parenting energy back toward me. Yes. Ashe. Ashe. That's right, Sydney. Transmutation energy. That is right. Our last sign for the night, y'all. I'm going to take another sip of water because literally I feel like my voice is leaving me. I wonder if I'm going to have a voice tomorrow. That's okay. It's my day off. It is my day off. It's my first day off in weeks, y'all. I don't have any appointments, and we give thanks, and we give thanks, and we give thanks. All right. I love Jordan. Shout out to Jordan. Pisces stellium, period. I have been preaching. That's the only reason why I'm like, you know. It's a good day. It's been a good night. All right, let's finish strong with Pisces. All right, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me something good coming towards Pisces for the rest of 2024. Oh, okay. Bring those out together. Bring them out. Bring them out. Okay. I was like, do we want to use that one? Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords. That's my trouble won't last always card. Trouble won't last always. It's also my crafting card. The ways that we craft at night. So I'm going to tell you now, Pisces, for the month of November, December 2024, you need to be in your witchy bag. If you are Black American, you need to be in your hoodoo bag. You need to be in your spiritualist bag. 9 of Swords is crafting under the cover of night. It's a dark moon right now in tropical Scorpio. I'm not sure what it is in Sidereal. But these times, this is the time, Pisces, for you be doing the things, for you to be at your altar. When they wake you up in the middle of the night, baby, let me make sure y'all can see. When they wake you up in the middle of the night, that's not the time to scroll. That's not the time to be... That is not the time to do anything but asking your ancestors, why do you have me up right now? Because, baby, let me tell you, there are reasons. There are reasons. And they will respond. You ask, they will respond. Let's see what the cards got. Let's see. All right. We have the 4 of Coins, the 10 of Swords, the little staff, and the 8 of Swords. See, this is why you're going to be crafting, Pisces. Yeah. Yeah. Be on your Zoom. This is why you're going to be crafted. Because you are in the middle of crafting a new thing. And there are programs and programmings and things and opposition that wants to keep you from your new thing. And I can't remember which sign I said this about, but I was saying you need to, was it Taurus? I think it was Taurus. If you have Taurus placements, you might want to watch Taurus. Because that was about stories collapsing and justice coming in. The difference, though, for Taurus, it was happening for them. Pisces, push your sleeves up. Because your ancestors are saying that your something good is that you actually can handle this. You can handle this. And so crafting, it can be spiritual. Like it could be a spiritual thing. It could be spiritual workings. It could be stuff like that. It can also be inner work. It can also be like, what are the ways that you are developing yourself and challenging yourself to grow and to shift and to change and heal. That's also crafty. It's all the ways that you are actively disrupting harmful patterns in your life. That's also crafting. And so, if you are one of them people that get a little nudge, and you all of a sudden you up out of nowhere, get on up. There's something they want you to do. There's something they want you to create. There's something they want you to say or to write or to pray. There's something here. Literally, like what I just saw was like somebody's praying grandmother who used to just be up in the middle of the night praying. Some of y'all Pisces, y'all had praying grandmothers and grandfathers, because there's something on this energy that's like the night season is when we go to work. So some of y'all, you may be most inspired at night. Yeah. There are certain things that are coming into place for you, Pisces, that's going to require you to kind of keep those cards to yourself. Because you are like building foundations right now. I don't know why that's what was coming up. There's something here that's happening foundationally. If you have Taurus in your chart, this is like related, because Taurus had the tower where things were coming down. And Pisces, you are now building. You're rebuilding something. And that requires you to change the programming, to look at a new blueprint so that you don't recreate the story, the life, the belief, the situations that you just escaped from. Ooh, 11:11. Yeah. So you're going to have to get very clear, Pisces, on the world that you want to build, the community that you want to build, the life, the things that you want to build, particularly what you don't want there. This is like, what are you moving away from? Notice it. Notice what doesn't belong. Notice what might be destructive and harmful for your foundation that you're building. Not to harp on it, not to bring shame, not to bring any of that. But so that, again, you don't replicate it or replicate it. You don't want to do it again in that way. And also, can we just talk about this? If you do, because we're all doing the best that we can. If you notice, oh, I've been rebuilding and changing and shifting my life, and there's something here that existed before that I thought I was doing good on that. 10 of Swords can speak to how we are hard on ourselves and beat ourselves down, or how others have beat us down. So grace grace, Pisces. Receive grace for yourself. You don't have to have it all worked out. Just keep building. As long as you don't stop building. As long as you don't stop building, it's okay. Release any shame and guilt. Do your best. That's all you can do. Because the fun part comes next. When you get past anything that's trying to keep you down, the old programming, all that stuff, when you get past the shame of mistakes that you've made and how icky it probably made you feel, then you can get right back to having fun. You can get right back. That's the page of staffs. Oh, this new way of life, this new thing. I'm going to put my energy into this. I'm going to put my energy over here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And you know what's funny? I know we have the 8 of Swords. You actually have the 8, 9, and 10 of Swords. But coming behind that Page of Wands, it almost feels like caging yourself in. Remember, I believe it was Saray, Collective Cartomancy, who talked about how the 8 of Swords can also be protection. It's not always like self-sabotage. Sometimes those swords represent protection. It's the things that keep us in, that offer some sort of safety. So what I see for you, Pisces, is as you are continuing to do the work and to release and to let go, to step into your Page of Wands, fun and excitement and joy and exuberance and like being showy and showing up and having fun and just look at me. When you let that happen, the 8 of Swords is like, protect it now. Put a force field around your play zone. Put a force field here. And you know how you can do that? You're crafting. How are you crafting? What prayers serve as the barriers for your play zone? What candle working serve as the barrier? What rituals serve as the barrier? What is keeping you in that play zone where you can be and frolic? I just think about how as children, when we're doing something new, like for instance, I just saw like children skating. That's not something that's super easy to do right out the gate. Children skating, you know, when I just saw like 2 children skating and they're skating and they're going and then one of them falls. And before we understand the shame or of embarrassment and falling and looking silly, we just reach up. And the friend pulls you up and says, oh my gosh, you okay? Come on, let's keep going. Let's lock arms and let's keep going. That's what can happen now in the play zone. Where even if you fall, you're not afraid of consequences. No, instead you start expecting support. You start expecting people to come to your aid. You start expecting people to say, it's okay. We all fall. I've fallen. Come on, let's lock arms. And you know how you start to build that barrier for that play zone. Crafting. So what are you crafting? What you building? Who you invite into your sandbox? Let's see what the ancestors have to say. Okay. Let's see. What do the ancestors have to say to my lovely Pisces placements? To Pisces, what are the messages from the ancestors? Ooh. Okay. We have empty work. The spiritual work was ineffective. And we have snake charmer, the power of charm and seduction. You know what I love about this? Oof. When I was just talking about with the Page of Wands, how you can just show up and just frolic and just be, that's you. That's the power of your charm. That's the way that you show up. That's what you're putting in your bricks. And you know what happens when you craft and work with your ancestors and yourself, your own inner knowing. That barrier blocks anything. It makes anything that would try to resurrect that you put to death, it renders it useless, ineffective, won't work. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. It won't work. It won't work. That's why it's okay for you to skate in your play zone and fall. Because it's not like it's happening because somebody cursed you or somebody threw something at you. No, it's just a part of learning. Falling is a part of growth. Falling is a part of the fun sometimes. When you let go of embarrassment or shame, falling is how you learn. And so those other things, they're rendered useless. They won't work against you. You're in a play zone that you protected with new programs and new identities and beliefs that cannot be penetrated. Why? Because you know how to craft. Now, let's see what question you could be thinking about for the rest of this year that will support you on this growth. Yeah, that one. Nurture. What role is mothering energy playing in my life? This is reminding me, I think it was Aquarius that had the mother energy there. Mothering. So if you have Aquarius in your chart, you may want to watch that one as well. Nurture. Nurturing yourself. Playing with yourself. Like I said, when you fall, you're getting picked up again. You expect that to happen. What role is mothering energy playing in your life? That's something to hold and to think about, Pisces, for the rest of this year. What's it playing? And that can be you as mother. It can also be you thinking about your mother or the people who mother you in your life. What role is it playing? Is it nurturing? Is it supportive? And if not, what would be nurturing and supportive? And how can you give yourself that? Ooh. All right, y'all. That was Tell Me Something Good about the rest of 2024. What a time, y'all. What a time. This has been so fulfilling for me. I hope it's been good for y'all. Wow. What a powerful way to end the year. What a powerful way to end the year of compassionate self-mastery. I hope y'all are ready for 2025. I know that if you are in America, there is a wild election coming up. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of weeping and gnashing of teeth. There's a lot of grief. There's a lot of pain all over the world. Here in the Congo, Sudan, in Gaza, all over the world. And that's why I know tell me something good is important, because it might have that much impact. But as my coach says, if we all throw our tiny pebbles into the ocean, the tide will rise. And so this is my offering to you, to friends you might want to send this to. I want us to have something to look forward to, because the days ahead may feel uncertain. And so one thing I want you to be certain of, if you can't be certain of anything else, be certain of yourself and be certain of your ancestors who came before you. Be certain of that. And I'll say this as not as a shameless plug, but as a plug that I'm proud of. If you know that some of the things that I talked about in your reading resonated and feels like it's out of grasp, like you're not sure how to quite access it, and you want to, click the link in my description, book a discovery call. Let's see if coaching is something that might help you move forward. You've heard me talk about my coaches all throughout this reading, because they help me, child. They get me together. And they're helping me find me in a way that has been so affirming. And so all I want to do is help you get to your golden Buddha on the inside of you that's already there. You're already amazing. You're already whole. Along the way, though, we add clay to ourselves to protect ourselves, like the Eight of Swords. But what might happen if we just let ourselves be golden and shine and remove the clay, even if it means that other people might rub up against us and it might feel off or wrong or bad? It don't take a pinch off your value, though. You're going to always be a golden Buddha. And so if that's something you're interested in, then book a call with me. I would love to chat with you. It's free. It's 30 minutes, and we just talk about your life and see if coaching might be helpful and supportive. And if you missed my announcement at the beginning of this call, then you missed that little part where I said that my private one-on-one readings are going away. So if you want to work with me one-on-one and get a reading, then I recommend that you book soon. I only have a few spots available. And when I open my books again, it will only be for those who have already worked with my existing clientele. So baby, get in where you can fit in. And the reading that I have available right now is called a spiritual insight session. It is a channeling, just like this one. We're going to talk about the ancestors. We're going to get messages from them and from your guides. And then we're going to get a customized 3-month plan. We're going to do like we did tonight. I'm going to go through and tell you not just something good. I'm going to tell you all the things I see, including the things that might slip you up so that you can navigate around them. And so if that's something that you're interested in, get it soon, because it will be going away. And I'm not sure when or if it'll come back. And so I want to see as many of y'all as I can one-on-one before it goes away. So if you feel called and it feels aligned, the information is also in the description box. Y'all, I love you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you for this night. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. Yes. Thank you, Jeida, in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. This was so awesome. I feel so good and fulfilled. Thank y'all so much for being a part of this night for me. I'm going to miss y'all in December. I won't have December and we won't have Tell Me Something Good. But when you need something, come back to this reading. This is good all the way to the end. And so I hope to have some pick a card readings before the year goes out. But if I don't, I wish you a happy new year. We're going to make it, y'all, to the other side. We're going to be all right. No matter who becomes president, we are all we got. And your ancestors, they ain't going to leave you nor forsake you. And guess what? I love you. And I mean that shit. All right, y'all. Have a good night.